What's good, my people? It's your boy 336, and you are now tuned in to another episode of the 336 podcast. I'm here today to tell you that I am ahead, not up to date. Yes, that means I am from the future. Your today is just my yesterday. Spoiler alert. Ain't shit changed, my people. What's good, man? What's good? What's good? You know, it's your boy, and we got a lot to talk about, man. Before we get into it, though, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our content, and make sure you get those fingers ready because we got a lot to talk about today, baby. Let's go. All right, man, we got to talk about it. I know you've heard about it. Everyone's talking about it. LeBron James pulled up to the Drew League for the first time since 2011. Oh, 2011, what a great special year. I give a gift card to anyone who can comment why 2011 was such a great year. Yeah, man, Bron pulled up to the Drew League, which is a pro-am or pro-amateur. I don't know how you could be a professional amateur, but that's what it's called. And it's a basketball league that has a lot of good talent, a lot of good run, a lot of good hoop. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been there, from Kobe Bryant to Kyrie, DeMar DeRozan, who was also in attendance there yesterday. A lot of the big name players have been there. They go there to get good run in. You know, it's just something good to do, to really see where you at via the off season. And Bron went crazy. I mean, he literally shut the whole world, if not just the sports world, down. I'm talking about people. It's like, man, Bron got the whole world watching somebody do his live stream off their iPhone, because that's what it looked like, man. Quality was not all that. But yeah, NBA.com streamed it. A lot of places streamed it. It was amazing. He went out there. He was looking pretty good. He was in shape. He dropped 42 points, man. Your boy Bron dropped 42. And I'm talking about it was like a walkthrough for him. It was literally a walkthrough. I mean, this guy really didn't break a sweat, didn't hesitate much at all. Went out there, had fun, did what he came to do, you feel me? 42 points, 16 rebounds. Like I said, DeMar DeRozan, he was also there, and he dropped in not too shabby 30 ball as well with about 14 rebounds. It was good. They were on the same team, which was just crazy. I knew Bron was going to be there. And I kind of felt bad for DeMar DeRozan. It's like, dang, I was here too. But wasn't nobody talking about it until they said LeBron James was pulling up. Then apparently Kyrie Irving was supposed to pull up earlier, but I don't know what happened to that, which was weird too. Like, Bron say he pulling up, now you want to pull up. I don't know about that, but whatever, man. Pull up to LA if you going to pull up somewhere. Pull up to the Lakers. We need you, my boy. Pull up. So, yeah, Bron went out there. I'm talking about it was crazy. It was so packed. They was packed in there like sardines, and everybody watched the King go to work as he won player of the game. They won in what was a close game, which is just crazy considering you have him and DeMar on the same floor, together on the same team. But yeah, like I said, it was just a little joke. He was just out there just playing around, having fun, having a good time. All the footage is all over YouTube and other sports apps. You can go check that out, man. The King pulling up to Drew League, shutting it down. All right, guys, we got to talk about this, man. You know, we've been moving away from it slowly but surely, but we talked about it a few weeks back, maybe a few months back. The Omicron variant is still coming out and producing mutations. I mean, while the fertility rate is dropping around the world, the coronavirus seems to just not be able to stop having mutations or little COVID baby versions of the virus. And the newest one is the BA.5. Now, this is not just a variant, but it's considered a sub-variant. And I know a lot of people have probably been hearing about it, BA.5, and even monkeypox, which we're not going to entertain too much. But yeah, BA.5 is sweeping the nation, and it's responsible for nearly 2 out of the 3 new infections that we're getting in the country right now. So that's a big deal. This thing is picking up some type of steam. It's very low key. It's very sneaky. Remember, they call Omicron stealth corona. You know what I'm saying? Stealth cron. Omni stealth or something like that. It was, Omicron, the stealth variant, whatever. It was a stealth variant, and it is still easily affecting people. It is very, very contagious. And of course, this virus, the COVID virus, is still mutating. Experts are seeing a slight week over week rise as we look at the 7-day hospitalization average. It's been rising week over week, and they have doubled since May. So you think just 2 months ago, we're not even halfway through this month, barely, But just 2 months ago, it's doubled since then as far as hospitalizations. They say this virus isn't that deadly though. But the thing about it is people that have had COVID-19 due to these mutations, they're still likely to get it. They're not as protected as they would be as far as other earlier variants that where, okay, yeah, you've already had it. You know, it can still fight it. You still got the antibodies. But this mutation has just went and got so out of control that now if you get it, it's just no slouch. You know, your old antibodies will not work against this variant. That COVID virus that lies within your bloodstream is no match, and it will be eaten upon and mutated upon until you are again sick and hospitalized. Now just playing, but they do say it is not as severe, but it's still causing some hospitalizations, not as much. But again, they've doubled and it's rising up. 2 out of 3 of the new cases are this BA.5 variant. So you guys want to get your booster shot, wear your mask, and stay safe. It seems like we were coming out, but it seems like we're going back in. Wear your mask. All right. Biden, he has taken a trip to Saudi Arabia, man. Wow. I'm kind of jealous. I would love to go over there and just see the UAE, United Arab Emirates. It is just beautiful over there. And yeah, he have took this visit there. This is the first time that he has visited there since his inauguration. So yeah, it's long overdue, and a lot of talks had to be had. You know, they were been waiting for some of these talks. These guys are the biggest oil exporters in the world, which is big facts, and I'm getting ahead of myself a bit. But yeah, let's just talk about what's important to you guys from the meeting. You know, a lot is coming out about this, you know, questionable behavior because Biden was actually fist bumping with the prince, you know what I'm saying, MSB. That boy, you know, they got him, you know, his name's so crazy, they just gave him just a 3, letter acronym, MSB, he fist bumped with the guy, but they said he had made some pretty bold statements about, Saudi and, them being held accountable for the murder of a United States journalist who died a few years ago. And, now he fist bumping with the dude. So they like, Biden, you ain't standing on your word. You ain't stepping. Why you ain't stepping, man? You said you was going to do all of this before you got in office. Now you in office. You fist bumping with the ops. Yes, that is what our president is doing. He says this is a time for reconciliation, not a time for another rupture. And I believe it. And that's because the important part to you guys is he was going over there to potentially talk about strengthening, just our unification, our alliedness. They are a pretty big ally out there, someone who works well with us, but they also are bilateral. They have ties to Iran, which, the president would very much like to see that allegiance shrink and those ties be diminished and him pledge full alliance to America by locking in with Israel. That is something that they want. That is some of the talks that were had during this 4-day trip from the president over there. And, unfortunately, he threw cold water on all that. We ain't getting no gas from these guys. They're the biggest oil exporters in the world. They got so much respect, the UAE does, for Iran. They don't want to get involved in these foreign affairs, to say, and mess up anything at home, because they in the Middle East. They got to be in the Middle East. And everybody know Iran, Iraq, Yemen, they don't play. It's up, it's stuck, it's going crazy. They don't want to go to war with them. Let's all get money. Let's stay together, my brother. We over here, we ain't going to let these people come from out of town. Another thing that was really shocking that they did, which is just blows my mind. When you guys think about, how you don't have gas, how supplies are low, there are supply shortages all over the country. While you think about all those roads that need building that just aren't getting built, the lack of affordable housing, no more stimmies. Just remember that while we over here got all this stuff going on in America, Biden gonna mess around and pledge $1.45 billion. That's $1,450,000,000 to the UAE to help strengthen ties with those guys. They're saying we're not leaving the Middle East. We're gonna be here. We're gonna support you for their food and hunger. What about our food and hunger? I mean, a bag of chicken wings is $20 right now. So I need you to put the 1.5 billion into that and lowering that, because I'm gonna be hungry. I can't keep paying for these wings like this, you know? But yeah, you guys think about that, because that's what they're pledging to them. We need that money over here. I know in my city we can use it. I got a couple ideas. Y'all holler at your boy. Also, man, I just thought that I would mention this. It's really funny. It's really, really funny. There was actually, you know, we talk a lot about equality. We talk about the fight for change, the fight for justice. We talk about everyone being treated better and everyone being afforded the same opportunities as the next person. That has been the case with a lot of things lately. You know, Roe v. Wade, systematic racism, black people being killed by police officers. You know, we talk about the Justice, No Peace movement, No Justice, No Peace. We talk about all of these things, man. We talk about also the LGBTQ community. They fought very hard for their agenda to be pushed. They have legislation being pushed, and they have a lot of people standing with them. Charles Barkley said, if you gay or transgender, I love you. But yeah, we talk about that a lot. And here we have a story of a transgender. They were a prisoner, and unfortunately they had to be moved from an all women's prison. So yes, that's been a big thing. You know, what bathroom do I use, and what bathroom do I want to use, and what bathroom do I identify with to use? So these are things that are being fought for right now. And this transgender prisoner was moved from an all women's prison. But the reason is not what you may think. It is not at the behest of the fight for transgender and LGBTQ equality amongst all. It is because they got 2 women pregnant. Yeah, they got 2 women pregnant. And this particular prisoner, who is currently serving a 30-year term for manslaughter, were just, you know, they went in transgender. Once they got in there, they're like, you know what? You know, I don't like men's no more. I don't like men's no more. I like women. And I'm up in this prison with a bunch of women who has been a long time if they got a sentence like my sentence. And they just out there raw dogging everybody in the women's prison. And they had to get up out of there. 2 women got pregnant. What in the heck going on? What are they going to tell their child about their daddy, their mama, I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe they still got abortion rights up there in New Jersey, because this is going to be a weird story. This could be really crazy. But yeah, they were actually now moved out of the prison to an all-male prison. But this was allowed, you might ask, because there was a law passed to where prisoners can go to the prison in which they identify with as far as their identity. And they identified as a woman, so they went to a women's prison. They got in there and realized that, no, you are a man. That's the way you were born, and that is what you are. And now that you don't have these outside influences to try to sway and throw you off, you're going back to your nature. You know, what you naturally desire is right in this prison all around you. But they are said to say that these relationships were consensual, so it's no foul play there, despite this particular prison being a host for a hoax of different, you know, sexual misconduct allegations. But they said that even now, this prisoner during the transfer was getting beat up on. But, you know, they beat up on prisoners all the time in, you know, male facilities. Not sure about female, so get used to it, fella. Hey, you know, you put a transgender in a group in a room with a bunch of women, and they start getting everybody pregnant. So much for equality, right? All right, guys, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for tuning into the show. Couple of interesting things going around. You know, I'm going to be here to keep you guys updated to what's going on in our world, man. Again, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on our post notifications, and just comment, man. Talk to me. What do you guys think? You know, what are the answers? I don't have them. We all have them. You guys remember that? Yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. It's your boy 336. Y'all stay safe, but most of all, stay sucker free out there, man. Zip.